is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yo, the gameplay you're watching is really no gameplay of importance, just a backdrop, something for y'all to look at while I talk about the future of NCAA football, EA Sports, and video games. Yo, alright, so news is out. I know I'm late, but I like to sit back, wait for everything to fall through before I make a video on issues like this. So news is out. NCAA is not going to renew their contract with EA Sports for the NCAA football franchise. Reason being, they have a humongous lawsuit against them that literally could change the face of college sports. So they say, yo, we going to fall back on this one. All right, I'll talk about that lawsuit in a little bit, give you my opinion on it, but I would just want to say the ramifications of what it could mean for NCAA football. All right, there's a lot of things that can happen. There's good and bad things that can happen for us, the consumer. One, okay, what them not putting their name on the game means is just that we won't see the NCAA on the cover. We won't. Did y'all see that pancake block though? We won't see it anywhere on the field, nowhere where it's applicable now. We won't see it. It'll just be removed. Just the word, literally the words, NCAA is gone. They are not the ones who hold the right to the different schools, bowl games, awards, trophies, all that. That has nothing to do with the NCAA. That is a different agency, the CTC. I don't know what it's called, the collegiate something or other. They hold the rights to the names of the schools and everything. They're all part of one big, I guess, union, if you want to call it that. So I read that EA Sports did renew their license with that organization. So the teams, all that, trophies, bowls will stay in the game. Now, here's a couple things, yo. There's gonna be people. There's people that's scared. You know what I mean? As far as if Ed O'Bannon and these people that are in this lawsuit are going to win. So my predictions for the coming years for NCAA football is I think the game's gonna get a little bit more generic, because what got NCAA and EA Sports is in trouble. They've always told the line of using players' likenesses. And what I mean by that is if you go to teams on this game, the stars, the players that are good, are at the positions they're supposed to be good. Texas A&M has a fast quarterback who can throw. It's supposed to be Johnny Manziel. It's Johnny Football without saying it's Johnny Football. And they've always, that pick was ridiculous. They've always told the line on this back since I can remember. I remember playing NCAA basketball. I want to call it Coach K. I don't think it was March Madness at the time for Sega Genesis. Yeah, I'm old. I remember playing, and I remember playing with Ed O'Bannon. It was when UCLA was hot. I think it was like 1995. Ed O'Bannon, Charles O'Bannon, Toby Bailey, Tyus Edney, Cameron Dollar. That whole situation. I remember that they had their numbers, their skin tone. Ed O'Bannon and Charles O'Bannon were both bald or whatever. It just, you knew you were playing with them without using their name. So I always felt like the NCAA told the line with getting over on these athletes, these student athletes, by using them in a video game, and they saw no benefit or profit from it. And I'll give my opinion on that in a little bit. But what I think this could mean for NCAA 14, a couple things, the good. It could take some restrictions off of EA Sports as far as making a football game, and they can get a little bit more leeway with what they want to do. Two things I've seen and heard about in NCAA football, both were vetoed, but one of them we actually got to play. They had a little thing during, when you played your dynasty where players missed class, missed practice, committed violations, what have you. Nothing crazy, no drunk driving, nothing like that. But committed violations, you had to reprimand them or risk losing scholarships. So did you want to win that bowl game, or did you want to lose 2 scholarships? And you had to do it accordingly. They took that out. NCAA said, man, you can't have that. You know what I mean? We already got problems. We can't put it in a video game. We can't put our problems in a video game. So they took that out. Things like that may return. Another thing, back in the day, I read in the EGM that NCAA had the actual fans storming the field after an upset. It was in the game, but something had happened where somebody had got killed, ripped down a goalpost, lit the field on fire. I don't know, but somebody got killed. NCAA said, yo, that can't see the light of day. You know what I mean? You got to take that out the game. So we never got to see that, but I read it, and the author of the article said it was one of the cooler things he had ever seen in sports gaming at that time. And I want to say it might have been for the PlayStation 1 or Sega Genesis. I don't know which system, but that literally was an idea, a thought that was being put into the game that they had to yank out. ideas and thoughts like that, things that really happen but are kind of frowned upon, will be able to be included in the game because you'll have nobody policing them. I don't think these little individual schools, not little, but these individual schools are going to police them to that magnitude. You know what I mean? They don't have the same image to uphold as the NCAA as a whole. So we might see those things. But my guess and my bet is the game will get a lot more generic. I think these people will be, especially if they win this lawsuit, that might just change how we do everything in college sports. If they win this lawsuit, ain't nobody gonna want to touch player likenesses. So Johnny Manziel may be black next year. You know what I mean? The star wide receiver for USC, you know what I mean? Number 9, we know who that is. He's returning punts. We know exactly who that is without them using their name. They might have to change that to a tight end and change it to a white guy, you know what I mean? Where there's no correlation, and any correlation is by pure coincidence, which it is not done by now. It is done on purpose. And they told the line, and that's their fault. Another thing, which I think we probably will see removed, and this is just a guess. I might be dead ass wrong. But another thing I think we will see removed is downloading rosters with authentic names. I don't think we will have that feature. You know what I mean? Now it's just as easy as putting in your disc, getting, you know what I mean, sharing rosters with the real player names. Now we're posting videos on YouTube, and it looks like these people are in the game to everybody. So I think that's going to disappear because that legally that's a huge problem for them. Those are the things that I think we will see. So I think we'll get a much generic game. I still don't think we're going to get competition because I don't think anybody just wants to hop into a legal battle and start making a game. And that's what you're doing by using the NCAA, is you're hopping into just a hotbed of legal mayhem. So I don't think we'll get, you know what I mean, competition back, which sucks, but I don't think that'll be the case. If we do, you know what, man, I'll be a happy cookie. That pass should not have been completed right there. All right. Let me give you my opinion right quick on a lawsuit, though, because I've been hearing things, and this is the age-old question about players getting paid and compensated. Pretty much everybody is, I talk to kind of says, these players should be happy that they're in the game. I disagree, I disagree because these games are selling. I want to see how I complete this pass because everything said don't throw this. But, okay. These players, these games are being sold off the premise that you're playing with the actual players in college right now. That's what these games are being sold off of, and these players aren't seeing nothing. Now, I know we want what we want, but is it fair to them? No, it's not. It absolutely is not. You know what I mean? You always want to get what you deserve, and what you deserve is what you bring in and you make. And they make these companies, the NCAA, EA Sports, CBS, ESPN, ABC, all these companies, they make them billions of dollars, literally, and they see zero. Now, every solution you have to the problem creates another problem as far as paying the players, and you know what I mean, can you really, that in itself creates a problem. So I don't really think there's a good answer, but I don't think it's fair that they get to use these players' likenesses and these players don't see a dime for it. I'm not going to compare it to, I heard people compare it to slavery. That's ridiculous because really only slavery can be compared to slavery. I hate when people make that analogy, but it's just unfair. They're unfair. People are making money off their back, and they're seeing nothing for it. That's my personal opinion. I feel like EA Sports and NCAA is wrong for doing this. And you know what? If they lose the case, good. You know what I mean? Good for the players, in my opinion. But, the landscape is changing, man. What we will see in a college football game, everything's a guessing game right now. But we will see. Time will tell. I'm going to be deep into this NCAA, man, reviewing it, playing it. Dynasties and online rank. I might even get an ultimate team. Lord knows. Who knows? But more to look out for NCAA, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.